All right, what is up, people? It is currently March 22nd. Oh, my sister's birthday is tomorrow. Good reminder for myself. On our way to the lair. It is a Friday, so day after a rest day. We got push day going on. I'm actually down like a couple pounds. I think I'm like 248. I wouldn't be surprised if I dropped again this week. Yeah, all the subs are fully kicking in, and I'm definitely feeling a lot better in terms of just overall like strength. I was dealing with like a ton of elbow pain, ton of joint pain, shoulder pain. My forearm was pretty fucked up, but I've been actively getting dry needling every week, so I'm feeling a lot better with that. When I take off my hoodie, I'm all bruised up from it. Basically, like traditionally, if you've ever had acupuncture done, dry needling, they'll like go in, hook you up to a stim machine, and they put in like a bunch of needles, and then they set it up with all these different like probes. How this guy does it, it's called threading, and he moves the needle back and forth over sticking points to get the fascia to release. And yeah, it's made a huge difference in my pec, shoulder. I have a lot more movement than I used to have. My forearm, it was like gripping anything was causing a lot of pain, and now it's doing quite a bit better. You know, I always tell my clients, if you have an injury, actively be pursuing a way to alleviate that injury and get back in the gym, because if you want to be successful in bodybuilding, you need to protect the momentum. You need to stay in the gym as much as possible. You need to look for reasons and ways to succeed, and not reasons to miss the gym or fall short of our goals. And like, you're always going to have shit going on in your life. You just need to learn how to navigate it. So got the dry needling going. Tiffany's back next week, so I'll get back on my regular massage routine. Been doing a lot of stretching, just a lot more recovery work, because like I said, this is the biggest I've ever been. I'm trying to really keep myself in the gym, because I'm probably mentioned in previous videos, I really am just trying to create the opportunity to be able to compete this year. There's a lot of room for improvement, a lot of areas I needed to improve on to be able to compete this year in my mind, and I have certain boxes that I need to check first. So if I want to do that, that's going to mean being in the gym as much as possible, because I have set a hard deadline for May, and if at the end of May I don't feel like I'm ready to compete this year, I'm taking the year off. So it's my favorite day of the week. We have the incline Smith machine, favorite thing to train with, fun ass day. So gonna have a jolly old time. Hopefully, you know, we're gay with joy to the gym.
If you could have any car like shipped to your fucking house today, which would it be?
I don't know, like realistic car?
Yeah, like today.
Not like a Lambo truck. I think a TRX would be sick.
They are sick.
Or a Raptor. Or a Bronco Raptor. But some sort of big vehicle. Just pyramiding up with 20 reps on this. Warming up. Nice, good tempo. Nothing crazy fast. Nothing crazy slow. Just good tempo, full range of motion. 15 tempo, followed by 10 straight up. So this is the last set for shoulders, then we're getting into our heavy press.
'Fix this hair. Got a haircut and a stringer. Holy shit. Close. Here. Pull. There you go. Pull. Oh yeah. 9. Come on. Yeah.
Dude, I went home, sat down, stood up, both legs cramped. I'm like, oh! I go and grab my legs, chest cramped. Dude, I called Nikki, help! She's like, are you okay? I'm like, dude, I'm dying. I'm having a heart attack. Dude, I'm like, bring me salt water.
Every time I go home, take a nap after like day, I wake up, I feel like I get hit by a truck. I feel you guys.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, bro. How much are you working upstairs? I'm not lying.
Either 315 or 365.
Corey has no legs.
So,
we'll
see.
Why don't you kick your fucking sweater off, my guy?
Because I'm still working up a sweat.
Just make it difficult.
All right, we're good. Like you said, quality over quantity. That's why I tell people, I'm like, I'd rather you be a shredded 195 than a shitty 220. Shredded 195 is gonna look way bigger than a shitty 220.
Like, dude, I do this as a fucking living, dude. I don't miss my meals. I do this every single fucking day. I rest, everything. I'm not working a full-time job. This is my full-time job.
Do you think a high school football player is going to be the same caliber as an NFL athlete? You know what I mean? Fighting and bodybuilding are the two sports people have the most, like, unrealistic fucking...
They think they know about.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could knock this guy out. No, you fucking...
No, you couldn't. Dude, I could lift that.
No, you fucking could.
You're just shitting on my dreams, man.
Maybe if it was a gay man and he was lifting them to his face, he could, but not weight.
Oh, it's heavy. Wow, seeing stars everywhere. Good shit. Yeah, take this off.
Try to maximize his true plates and really get them.
All right, so just doing the matrix shoulder press. Been doing a lot of like pyramid sets, like just warming up with a little more reps than I typically do. Like normally I do like 8 to 10. Lately I've been doing like 15. Kind of have like a nagging elbow issue going on, so we'll see how that impacts things. But outside of that, feeling great. We're gonna hit this. Then we'll be on this converging press next, and you guys know this is my favorite, so let's get it. Quick 24. Snake got 23. Yeah, these are new. They're really nice because, you know, I like the reverse grip, but sometimes with like a fixed bar, I feel like it's too narrow. This, as you can see, we're on the carabiner. It allows like a lot more freedom. They're not like fixed from getting that forearm torsion. Yeah, so like if I were to come down like this, it feels kind of awkward. So I'm coming out a little, just like a little bit of twist on the wrist. Get the flick of the wrist. So last prep, Nick's like 2 weeks out, dry as shit, pushing for his show. He's mid-set, some guy comes up, taps him on the shoulder, and we think he's gonna ask him for a picture or something. He goes, "Hey man, I was wondering if you could record this set for me." I shit you not. It hands him his phone. Nick's like, "The fuck you mean?" It's like, ask someone else. You think you're gonna ask me? So I was like, "I'll record your set, bro." Dude.
You ever seen Brock like turn a face?
I was like, holy fuck. Second I realized what he was asking for, I was like, I'd rather you ask Nick Walker. Mid-set, on squats.
Southside suicide, kill self-hope. Say you get money, but your number don't show you a liar. Baseball bat when he run the ball wire.
Do you think tattoos are detrimental to bodybuilding?
I think if you don't have them and you're judged and then you get them, then I think that's more of a detriment than if you didn't have them or if you had them all the time. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like
when you had them,
if I didn't have a leg sleeve and I turned pro and won a pro show and then I decided to get a leg sleeve, I think that could impact. I also think if I've never won a show and I'm going in and my back's tattooed, I think it also depends on where you get it done. I always tell people, never do your back, don't do your thighs. Like, I have a client, and I love him, but he's like covered a lot of areas that are used to judge like leanness and detail. And I'm like that's going to be a hindrance probably. And they're never gonna tell you that, but it's common knowledge. Like, if somebody stands next against my skinless ass, and you can see all of the fucking details in my body, and then you're covered your whole midsection in tattoos, and say we have the same physique too,
and you can't see your obliques or
and you
anything.
can't, yeah, like you're telling me that guy's gonna place better than me. Like, no, he's not. Sorry. Like, that's just a cold hard fact. That's not even an opinion. So
I just love hearing people's different takes on them. I always ask people that shit.
yeah, there's the right answer, which is what I gave you, and then there's the wrong answer. What the? Hey, read
Yeah,
the
this is-
digit, jackass. Dude, driving pulls it out of me, bro. If I ever go to jail because of road rage. But yeah, I mean, that's just the facts. Like, and some people, I think, like if you have like a forearm tattoo, even like an arm like a bicep full sleeve, I don't think that's gonna hinder you as much. I think literally the ones that's gonna hinder you the most is like back tattoos or abdominal tattoos.
I can't remember who it was. I was saying someone was like, even if you have like a full arm sleeve on one side but not the other, and they can see the definition on your other side.
Yeah, that
then
will
they would
probably
be like,
help.
oh, well, I can at least see that side.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't think it's like, I've always wanted like a sleeve, but I think if I were to get any sort of tattoos while competing that were like a big tattoo, I would get like a calf sleeve to like my knee, because I don't think they really care that much about calves. You see plenty of dudes with shitty calves still placing well,
Yeah.
but I think that's like one of the few things that you can really get away with. But yeah, who knows? What do I know? You know, these are just things that I like pay attention to, and I notice in judging and how people, and there's plenty of guys with like tons of tattoos that still do really well. I also think it depends on like your complexion. Like I think some black guys can get away with it a little better because they're already darker skin. They have like a dark tattoo. Once you like tan them, I feel like you don't notice it as well.
Yeah.
But if you get like my pasty ass and I cover my arm, where I cover my chest or my back,
It's gonna be pretty noticeable.
it's going to be pretty noticeable. So I think there's definitely things that play into it more than other things. But anyway, well, on that note, just wrapped up. It was a good lift today. I'm feeling super good. Like really, I have no complaints. I wish my elbow felt a little better, but I was able to still push through it. I could have just like, I think if I would have just hit it hard with sleeves, I could have definitely gotten away with a little more. But I also feel like it's kind of cheating. And I feel like anytime you use like knee sleeves, wraps, elbow sleeves, straps, anything like that, that's like helping you and you get reliant on it, then you're going to have some other areas that are being impacted. Like for example,
I definitely rely on
you know,
straps.
like guys like Taylor who wear straps like 24/7,
But
you'll
here's,
notice their forearms.
oh, hey, no, that's what I was gonna counter to. I do all my forearm shit with calisthenic stuff. So when I'm weight training, I'm strictly focusing on the like lifting part and not worrying about my grip.
Yeah,
That's
but
my philosophy with it for my type of training.
yeah, but I still think like over a prolonged period of time, like I literally will go months with no wraps and try to like build up like my overall grip strength. The only reason I'm back to using them again is because I said like my forearm, like look at my forearm. You
Yeah.
can see how trashed it is. I honestly thought I tore something, and it looks like I tore something. It literally hurts like a MF, but so that's why I started using wraps again, because every time I would do any sort of, it was weird. Any like pronated, supinated grip, no issue. Second I went to like a neutral grip, this motion, I would just feel it lit up all through there.
It's also too though, not like my fucking wrists from gymnastic stuff are fucked too, so it's a lot of like,
Yeah.
the wrist stability for me.
Yeah, and that's why I started wearing a lot of wraps, was for my wrists. Like,
But it does get into your forearm.
yeah, I was having a lot of wrist issues, but then like even just having a wrap and it's pulling on your brachioradialis, that can also cause injury. So you
Yeah.
can get an injury from too much wraps. Or in my situation, like I feel like my back and biceps got way too strong compared to like my back or my grip. So then I was trying to row, but my grip wasn't strong enough. So anyway, point is don't get too reliant. Yeah, you need to have a balance. Like obviously there's situations like where you need to use equipment, like today, you know, obviously like I could have benched without the knee sleeve or the elbow sleeves, but it's going to not like then spend the rest of my exercises feeling like a little bit of elbow fatigue, which is then going to throw off my pressing. And so you just got to know situationally when to wear them and when to use a piece of equipment. Like belts, for example. Nobody knows how to use a belt. I see guys using belts all the time, and I'm like, that's not how you correctly use a belt. If you pay attention to my videos, you will never see me wearing a belt. I used to wear a belt a lot, and honestly, it hurt me in the long run because less core stability, less ability. And if you ever, like, say you're like pre-contest, then you're post-show, and you put on all that extra water, and you load up your belt and you start squatting plus you're bracing, it's super easy to pop a disc out and have a herniation. So anyway, so hopefully you guys take this as, if you are using equipment all the time, you realize I probably shouldn't be using equipment all the time. So anyway, couple of little nitpicks, or not nitpicks, but a couple little tips, tricks, things that I went on with tangents. On our way home, gonna go home, just chill for the rest of the day. Appreciate the support. Appreciate you guys following along, supporting. I know off season is not as fun and exciting as prep, but we're gonna hit it hard and it's time to get after it. So thank you guys for subscribing. Please like, comment, and share. As always, peace out, bitches.